Hi guys, welcome to JavaScript Tutorial Explained. In this video, I will introduce you to the most popular programming language, JavaScript. Do you have any idea what JavaScript is? If you already know what JavaScript is, this video will serve you as a refresher. If you are not familiar with JavaScript, this tutorial will give you a brief introduction to JavaScript. JavaScript is a scripting or programming language that allows you to implement complex features on web pages, or we can say it is used to create and manage dynamic web pages, basically anything that moves on your screen without requiring you to refresh your browser. With JavaScript, we can load our web pages with a timely updated contents like interactive maps, animated 2D, 3D graphics, scrolling videos, images, text messages, and anything you can find in the internet. There is a lot of misconceptions between JavaScript being scripting language or programming language. And many people often do not know the difference between scripting language and programming language and use the terms interchangeably. They might sound similar but are quite different from each other. First thing to know is all scripting languages are a programming language, but all programming languages are not a scripting language. Let me break down this for you. What makes JavaScript scripting language? A scripting language are interpreted. This means that scripting languages are programming languages that employs high-level construct to interpret or translate and execute one command at a time with the help of computer program called interpreter. And you may have a question, what is interpreter? Interpreter is a computer program that analyzes code line by line to execute instructions written in a programming or a scripting language directly without requiring them previously to have been compiled into machine language program. A scripting languages are translated and cannot be converted into executable files. They are used in a web development, games, and creating plugins and extensions. There are two main types of scripting languages: server-side scripting language and client-side scripting language. Server-side scripting languages are used to create a dynamic web pages. They are executed at a web server and perform back-end operations. Examples like PHP, Python, and Node.js are typical examples of server-side scripting languages. Client-side scripting languages are runs in browsers, and these languages are considered as a front-end language like HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. As we jump to programming languages, they are compiled languages. Compiled languages are converted permanently into executable files or files with extensions like .exe before they are actually run. This means applications we can install in our laptop or a desktop. Compiled programs run faster than interpreted programs because they are first converted into native machine language and also read and analyze the code only once and report the errors collectively that the code may have. Programming languages can be classified in three categories: machine language, assembly language, and high-level language. A machine language is a type of a low-level language that computers can understand easily. They are composed of instructions in a binary or hexadecimal and are the elemental language of computers. As assembly language is yet another low-level programming language and created for specific processors. It is just a symbolic and human understandable representation of collection of instructions. Assembly languages are translated into machine language using an assembler. High-level languages are used to create user-friendly softwares and websites. This programming language necessitates the use of compiler or interpreter to convert the code written by users to machine language, or we can say language understood by computers. The advantage of high-level language is it is simple to read, write, and maintain. Examples like Python, Java, JavaScript, PHP, C#, C++ are the typical examples of high-level language. As you can see, JavaScript is one of the high-level programming languages. Another point to be noted is that while classifying a language as a scripting language or programming language, the environment in which it would execute must be taken into consideration. The reason why this is important is that we can design an interpreter for C language and use it as a scripting language. And at the same time, we can design a compiler of JavaScript and use it as a non-scripting or compiled language. A live example of this is a V8, the scripting engine of a Google Chrome, which compiles the JavaScript code into machine code rather than interpreting it. Most modern JavaScript interpreters actually use a technique called just-in-time compiling to improve performance. The JavaScript source code gets compiled into a faster binary format while the scripting is being used so that it can be run as quickly as possible. However, JavaScript is still considered an interpreted language since the compilation is at a runtime. And thank you for watching. In the next video, we will talk about why we choose JavaScript.